There haven't been a lot of theory opportunities as of late, and I was getting a little bit sad. So I started looking at other Pokemon things in search of a spark of something that would ignite a theory, and there was a very specific unreleased game that caught my attention. That game was Pokémon Champions, the VGC platform coming out in 2026, and the fact that it has something called the Omni Ring. So I am notsoAceTrainer, and who might have made it? Let's get into it. The Omni Ring is an item that exists only on Pokémon Champions, at least for now, and that allows whoever uses it to access the various different gimmicks or power-ups that we've been getting since Gen 6. So, Mega Evolution, Z-Moves, Dynamax and Terastal. While all but Mega Evolution are inaccessible right now, we do have the confirmation that they'll be coming in the future. Also, looking at the art, there's clearly a space for an extra one there, so I'm pretty sure that Gen 10 will have a gimmick as well, and it will also join the party. From a gameplay point of view, this is fantastic. It will allow people to battle eventually with all the gimmicks just like one would in the Pokemon world. There's also the fact that the game is apparently free, likely with some in-game purchases, maybe some kind of skins or something, but that will help so many people get into VGC. But as someone who likes lore, the fact that every gimmick is in one game made me question why would someone do that? So like and hype this video, subscribe to the channel and consider becoming a channel member to help out with the content I make. And now my friends, well, let us carry on. While we did have more than one gimmick in the same game in Gen 7, since they had both Z-Moves and Mega Evolution, it never happened again and we all believed there was a reason for it. Mega Evolution grew to be the most beloved gimmick and having it in a game would in a way outshine the main one. Also, there's all kinds of different lore and it's easier to keep each thing in its place. Still, Pokemon's clearly been trying to connect its world a lot more as of late, and while it hasn't done it through gimmicks, it has done it through references. For example, Mega Evolution was alluded to when we read the Occulture entry for Roaring Moon, which is very similar, suspiciously similar even, to Mega Salamence. And there's also another way they do this, and in a way it transcends simple references. Characters are often cross-generational. Professor Oak was in multiple titles, Jasmine had a showing in Gen 4, then you had Steven in the Gen 1 remakes for example, and Sabrina is a movie star in Gen 5. There are many more, but you do get the picture. Still, not many characters became staples, and at this point none really are, but there were two that were very close to become exactly that. Looker was introduced in Gen 4, then present in Gen 5, 6 and 7, and people also started theorizing that it could have been the Gen 1 international police officer that was aboard the SS AIM. It's still unknown if we'll see the guy in Z-A, but with Emma there, it's at least a possibility. The other one is one that's more relevant to this conversation, and that is Colress. Colress was introduced in Black 2 and White 2, and then, while it didn't show up in Gen 6, he was mentioned and revealed to have been sniffing around the powerful stones of the Menhir Trail, and in Gen 7, he played a significant role especially in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where he helped with creating the End Lunarizer and End Solarizer, as well as send the Team Rainbow Rockets members back to their original universes. While Colress didn't show up in Gen 8, I still hold on to the theory that the type null that Macrocosmos had was a result of Colress's access to the Aether Foundation's lab during the Team Rainbow Rockets storyline. He could have easily stolen research and created one of his own or simply sold it to Macrocosmos. In Gen 9, sadly we don't really have a lot to go on. I could theorize that with the money made from selling the research to Macrocosmos, Colress then started being a backer to Terra Research and the Area Zero exploration, becoming the mysterious backer we never heard anything about in Gen 9, but while that's fun, it isn't really important here. What is important is Colress's goal. Colress's goal is to discover the true potential of a Pokemon. That's why he helped Team Plasma and then ditched them. Why he was around where the ultimate weapon was buried, and why he was around in Alola during the whole thing with Ultra Beasts and Z-Power. Gimmicks are, in a way, a Pokemon trying to live up to its true potential, reaching not necessarily their final form, but transcending what they were before. The Omni Ring feels like the culmination of all that. a device that offers the trainer and the Pokemon the ability to follow each of those paths, instead of simply limiting them to one. Colress has the knowledge and the technology to move between universes, so if we assume that Pokémon Champions is not in the same canon on the same world as our usual adventures, that wouldn't be a problem for Colress. He is very interested in all of this and has traveled the world to see more of these gimmicks, these power-ups. I believe that he built the Omni Ring in order to collect data from fierce Pokemon battles and make progress on the only thing he wants: to find out the true potential of a Pokemon. And with the Omni Ring, maybe one day he will finally find it. But now, well, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, I want to thank my YouTube member Good Old Deo and my Twitch subscribers Nubis here, Zanes222, Lazarix, Dr. Joe, Dark Puffy 1, Ventura, Blinkfish, Streamer Maxis back, and Official Noise for going that extra mile. Thank you so much for all of your support.